Now, first-hand knowledge on second-hand cars as Ford drives into a new series of deals on wheels.
Welcome to Deals on Wheels, the car programme that gives you the tips of the trade, under the bonnet know-how with loads of cars and stacks of facts.
And this year we're going to do far more than just kick tyres and open bonnets. We're going to put the cars through their paces to show you exactly what you're getting for your money.
And as well as watching you do the deals, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is as I put my car dealing skills to the test.
In the showroom today, we get all swanky with a Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow, check out our star buy of the week, a Lancia Delta Integrale, and might go shopping with £700 in his pocket. But first, a babe from the 60s, the Mini. Now, it's said you'll never find a big diamond, but the Mini has always been a gem to me. As anybody knows who's seen the Italian Job, you can throw just about anything at them, except perhaps the British weather. They're incredibly cheap to run, can be parked on a washing line, zip through traffic like a knife through butter. This is the closest thing you'll get to a go-kart on the road. The first Mini rolled off the production line in 1959. The Mini was designed in response to the fuel shortage caused by the Suez Canal crisis. The need for a small economical car had never been greater. And the reason they managed to make them so small is that they're the first mass-produced car to have a transverse engine fitted. They're often very well looked after, which means they can be a great second-hand buy. Small, cheap, nippy, easy to run, the Mini is every bit a 90s car. Most people don't want to get rid of theirs, and our first owner, Andy from London, is no exception. He loves his Mini so much, he even treats it like a film star.
The Bench Job, starring Baby Kelsey, Terry, and of course, Andy.
I'm Andy and this is my Mini. I love Minis, they're brilliant. You really ought to treat yourself. If you've never had a Mini, you know, you should really buy one because the experience, you can drive really fast around corners, you're low to the ground, great fun car to drive. You know, treat yourself, get one. Buy mine, £1,250, buy it. It's great. Cash accepted. I'm getting married next year, next February, where I've promised Terry we'll go to St. Lucia and have this sort of exotic wedding. Now, to do that, I need cash, and, well, you know, the profits we make from selling the car will go towards it. I love Star Trek because I love their vision of the future. I feel like I'm a bit like Captain Kirk, you know, and this is my enterprise, you know. A lot of people nowadays are buying, like, a Cinquecento or Fiat Punto or something, yeah? But Mick Jagger never owned a Fiat, right? I mean, Mick Jagger drove a Mini. Minis had to be in the Italian Job. No other car was going to do it. I put a few adverts in Loops. I've decided to go for a more humorous angle. Good things come in small packages. Buy a Mini. Or, size doesn't matter. Drive me home for cash. I want at least 1,000, you know. 12 if I can get it, yeah, but I mean, I would never sell it for less than 1,000. It's got a 4 years MOT, it's very roadworthy, good condition.
Buy it! I'd buy it, it looks fantastic. But if you buy a Mini, try to get one off a fan like Andy. That way, you know it's been well looked after and maintained.
But not all Minis are as good as Andy's. Because the engines are put in sideways, so they're vulnerable to overheating and to water damage from the front. Driving rain can pour in through the grille and stall the engine. So you want to check these components, make sure they're clean, new, no corrosion.
You need to check for signs of rust around the A-post and the bottom of the driver's door. And if you see a blister on the skin, give it a good prod. Look at the state of this one.
Now, because Minis are fun to drive and cheap to insure, they've often been thrashed by youngsters straight from their driving tests. And the easiest way to check for a thrashed, worn engine is to look for blue smoke from the exhaust pipe when you rev it. Like that. Now, Andy's asking £1,250 for his 1987 Mini, which sounds about right to me, but he has done a lot of the servicing himself, and that will affect the price, Mike.
Well, I love Minis, but thinking with my head and not with my heart, I'd offer Andy a bag of sand, £1,000.
Nope, £950. Now, let's see what happens.
It's them, they're here, love. They're here. Ready? Let's get in character. In there, you've got a secret switch. But why? No. You've got to top it up, yeah.
She thinks she could be a nice little baby. I'll probably jazz her up a bit.
If you look after, I don't know, like, perhaps I'm mad, but I think if you look after a car, they appreciate it.
Well, I don't know what it is about Mini, you just want to go...
You do, they're mad cars.
The Starship Enterprise has got to stay, of course.
Yes, we're not buying it unless that stays. Okay?
All right, okay. You drive a hard bargain. Yeah, have a little wiggle and a little squirt.
I got excited.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's queer. Bib. Why it picks that exact moment to go, I do not know. Last thing you want is a problem with your arm just at a vital moment. They've got to talk about money, which leads me to believe that in a few minutes, so will I. I think they're really up for buying it. I'll tell you what you could do. You go and stand in the kitchen. No, it's a good plan.
How long for?
Just until, like, just while I'm negotiating. Yeah,
There's a doorbell.
Do you want to come in at all?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
obviously,
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
make an offer on it.
Sorry, yeah, of course you can.
Would you take $1,000 on it?
I'd have to go and ask the missus.
Yeah, well, it's
Because
a joint car, so yeah.
Yeah, like I say, I've got £1,000 cash. Not on me,
Right,
but I've got...
right. What should we say?
1,100.
We go for 1,100. I must admit, we were thinking more in the region of like 1,100.
Well, if you want it, you know, money bags here will work even longer hours.
Lovely. Okay then,
Are you happy with it?
you've got a deal.
Hey.
Hey.
Cheers, Lynn. I'm so glad it's you two who bought
I'm so
it.
brassy.
Lovely
to see you.
Terry.
And you.
Take
Take
care.
care. See you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll do.
Bye.
See ya.
Yes! Oh my God. Isn't it? That's the most money I've ever seen in my life. That's it. That's 1,100 quid.
Okay.
Look at my wad. Tina, remember, live long and prosper. Now found a new mode of transport. Beam me up, Scotty.
They did well, and Andy was right not to be rushed into accepting that lower price. And that little ploy of leaving the room and going to talk to the Memsahib about money, you know, little tricks like that can often give you the confidence you need to get the price you want.
They loved that Mini, and Andy would have got his money either way, but didn't they get a cracking little car for 1,100 quid?
Now, we thought it was all very well us criticising your deals, so now we're going to put our skills on the line, or at least Mike's anyway. Each week we're going to send him out with enough money to buy a car, and then we're going to ask him to sell it again.
My challenge this week was to buy a good car for under 700 quid, and that's not as easy as it sounds. So where shall we start? Well, I think we should start looking at Fords and Vauxhalls, something like a Ford Fiesta. The reason for this is they're cheap, economical, and parts are available in breakers yards all over the country. If you're on a strict budget, be prepared to do some serious legwork. Cars priced under 700 quid can vary from complete rust buckets to little beauties. The only way to tell is to really check them out. So we've made an arrangement to come and see a car. The car's not really as described over the phone, and the people ain't even here. one of the reasons why I don't really want to buy the car. It's quite obvious. It's got lots of rust around the wheel arches. There's bumps all over the bonnet and on the wing. It's damaged all down that side. The windows are blacked out. And the interior of the car's terrible, so I'm quite pleased they ain't here in a way. It saves me the embarrassment of having to let them down. So let's see if we can go and find another one. Well, I think I found one. It's a full Fiesta. Deregistration seems to foot the bill. Give the people a ring, see if we can go around and buy it. There's always a couple of tips before you actually go and knock on the people's door. One is to feel the bonnet to see if they've previously warmed the car up. Quite a pretty looking little car, isn't it? Which they haven't, so it's still nice and cold. Another tip here, if it's a lady, stand back from the door. Hello.
Hello.
Hiya, come see your car. My name's Mike. How you doing?
I'm Nicola.
Hello, Nicola. Quite a pretty little thing, isn't it?
Yes, it's nice and shiny. It's just had a respray.
Now, Fiestas suffer with inner wing trouble. This is where you'll find any trouble on a Fiesta. This one looks nice and tidy, in very good nick, very good order. Because now's the time to check the oil. Pull the cap off, check the cap. What you're looking for is evidence of guns around the inside of the cap. If you give it a smell and you can smell petrol, it's an indication that the gasket could be on its way out. This one doesn't look too bad either. Check that this number here on the registration document should be the same as the number that's stamped into the bodywork. What a nice driving little car. Drives very well, nice and tight, no problems with the wheels, the way it tracks down the road, it brakes in a straight line, it feels good on the road, the clutch, everything feels good. All it's down to is a slight amount of negotiation. Let's see if we can buy it. All it's down to is how much you're going to take for it at the end of the day. Are you open to an offer?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, certainly open to offers.
Well, I was going to say 600 quid.
No, really, 6.5. No.
6.5?
Yeah, 650.
The 650 is good, but if you make it £600, as I say, I brought the cash down with me today. It's just because it's got to be taxed. It's got to be road taxed. It's going to need a tyre on this rear one here. So, and the tyre's going to cost 30 quid. Road tax is got to be taken into account. And the MOT, funny enough, is only up until May, so it's got to be re-MOT pretty soon. £600, I've brought the money with me, so I can just pay for it and we can be on our way. Sometimes just getting the cash out can help you clinch the deal. Make it £600. You're only going to get somebody else like me who's going to turn up, do exactly the same thing. You're going to go through the same motions with everybody who's going to turn up.
No,
they're going to come
some offers on it for 6.5.
Well, why didn't you take them?
How about 6.25 then? No question.
Go on then, I won't argue with you. 6.25. We'll take it. That's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 400. 1, 2, 3, 4, 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 600. And 10, 25.
Cheers, mate.
And it's out of petrol. Do I get a £5 back for petrol?
Oh, look, mate.
Oh, he's gone deaf. He's gone deaf. Is this mine to take?
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. And there's my receipt. Thank you very much.
Okay, then.
Yeah, thank you. Let's hope you enjoy your new car
Nice doing
as much as we're going to try and enjoy this one.
Yeah, hope you do.
Cheers then.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye, Leah. For a first-time buyer, or for somebody who's who hasn't got a lot of money to invest in the car, this is perfect. It's 2 years motoring at least out of this car before it starts giving any trouble, and I should think it's a solid investment for somebody who's just passed their test who hasn't got a lot of money to spend. You can buy a car for under £700 and a good one.
So is that how you do it, Mike? Just flash the cash to secure the deal?
Sometimes, but you'll have to wait till next week to see if I bought a corker or a banger and whether I can sell it on and earn some extra money.
Coming up after the break, the Empress of the Road, the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow.
Welcome back. What do Idi Amin, the Ayatollah Khomeini, Diana Dawes, Mussolini and John Lennon all have in common? They've all owned Rolls-Royces. 6 out of 10 vehicles ever made are still on the road. That's obviously excluding Keith Moons, who drove us into a swimming pool. With the Silver Shadow, Rolls-Royce created a car of outstanding quality but with their lowest price tag yet. Combine this with superior engineering and attention to detail and you've got a machine of complete elegance and sophistication. When you think the average house only has 200 yards of wiring, Compare that to the mile of wiring that you'll find in one of these, and you get a glimpse of how complicated these beauties are. When this roller was new in 1977, it would have set you back a whopping 20,725 quid. That's like nearly spending 75 grand now. But the good news is, if you've always dreamed of owning one but so far haven't won the lottery, stop dreaming. Rolls-Royces show a massive depreciation once on the second-hand market. So you don't have to be a millionaire to own a 77 Shadow like this one. And that's how sometime entrepreneur Gary from Liverpool can afford these in the first place. He's not sick of the classy drive, but he's sick of the fuel costs. So it's up for sale at the grand sum of £6,000.
Hello, my name's Gary Fearon. This is my Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. It's white, it's wonderful, and I think it's well worth £6,000, which is what I'm asking for it. When I go to a garage or something, I'm getting petrol. The people behind the counter, they've always got something to say about the car. They'll think you're some kind of millionaire when you turn up in it. Well, mind you, I think they know when you go in and get £5 worth of petrol that you're not loaded. It's ridiculous how much you've got to put in. My next door but one neighbour, Jack and Marge, she said I was always crying poverty. I'm always crying that I've got no money, she says. And then one day I turned up at home with this Rolls-Royce. I mean, I think she thinks I'm a drug dealer or something, you know. But I'm not. Right, Jack?
All right, I'll swap you this for that Rollo, Gary. Bye.
Cheeky get. When I bought the car and got it home, I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't fit on the drive at the front. So I had to knock a wall down and get this drive built. The licence plate on it, 39 Vino. It's apparently worth £800, but I'm really giving that away with the car. It says a lot about me and all Vino, because I like a bit of wine myself. I have to sell my house to buy another house, and my house has been found to have a few defects which I'm going to end up having to pay for, so I really need the money. Bastard won't start now. You look underneath the bonnet, there's the Rolls-Royce engine, one of the best engines in the world. Come on. If you had £6,000 in your pocket, you could maybe buy a Fiesta, or you could buy this, a Rolls-Royce. The fact of the matter is, I think this car's well worth £6,000, but I only actually paid $5,300 for it. If you keep that between us, what I paid for it, I'd appreciate that.
It's not easy to detect faults on these superbly engineered cars, but let's start with the brakes and suspension, because both areas are very expensive to put right. Now, the best thing to do is to take the car on a long test drive and listen hard for any metallic noises under braking. To rebuild this lot will cost you £3,000 at least.
A lot of rollers are made in white, and white is a colour that's easy to paint and will hide a host of bodge repairs. So beware of the ex-wedding car. There's a lot of tired old ladies out there.
Even if you've bought a fine specimen, think about this. A full tank of petrol on a Silver Shadow will cost you £70. And at 12 miles to the gallon, that won't go very far, and that's the main reason why Silver Shadows rapidly lose their appeal.
Old rollers depreciate fantastically and are surprisingly cheap for what they are. Even better, you can put one to work for you as a wedding car and earn a little extra cash. And that's why I think Gary's is worth every penny of £6,000.
No, it's true they're a bit of flash for not a lot of cash, but it doesn't alter the fact you've got to take out a second mortgage to run one, and Gary's car needs work, there's no doubt about that. I'll give £5,000 and not a penny more.
It's been a couple of weeks since I put the advert in, and I've got a lady coming around today named Sue. She sounds like she's very interested in it, and I think she's got a few bob, so I've got my fingers crossed. The thing is, you know, when you want to buy something, you have to pay top whack for it, and when you want to sell something, people want it for free. But I think this is a bargain at $5,795, and here she is on the front. What a car! Do you like it?
Yeah, so far.
This is Sue.
Hi.
This is my car. This is the boot. Have a shufty round.
No rust?
No, I don't think so.
Looking good in here, no wet. Yeah.
That's your brake and that's your accelerator. And that's all you need to know.
It's a wide mother, this, isn't it?
Actually, it's not. It looks it. It's very long, but it ain't no wider than any other car.
You know, the steering's
That's your feel,
dead
right?
light.
You never get another car with steering like that. Do you want to have a look underneath the bonnet?
Yes.
Right. Seems to like it. Obviously, he's got half a dozen others to look at.
I like the car. In fact, I love the car, but don't tell Gary that. We're going to be looking at making him an offer.
I think it...
I don't you know, I'm trying to find a bit of fault with it.
So you can knock me down.
Gary, I like it.
Yeah.
I want the car.
Yeah.
I'm looking to talk to you around £5 grand.
That's 800 quid off.
No.
Don't forget the number plate's 800 quid.
Yeah.
What about...
Do you want to take the number plate?
What, 5 grand and I take the number plate?
No. 475 and you take the number plate.
4750 and I take the number plate. Now how about 500 and you take the number plate? I'm sure there's somewhere we can go with this, isn't there? Haggle with me, come on.
5.
Oh, come on, I've just got 300 quid off for you.
5.
5 and I have the number plate.
Oh, no.
What then?
5.
There's something going wrong here, isn't there? I come down 300 and she goes up 50. Come on, have a word with your mum.
Oh, no, he's tight. He'll say 3, Mum, 3.
Come up a bit more and I'll come down a bit more.
No, I've got a limit of 5.
You know it's worth more than that, don't you?
It still stands. But it's you know. You
Okay.
want to think about it.
Nah, I'll let you have it.
What do you think of it, Gary?
No, come on, it's a deal. What a businesswoman.
Ready for him. It's 50.
Next one.
That'll just hold it for me.
Yeah, that's right. Ta. Deal done. Down the betting office now. Hey. Woohoo. And then the casino. Blow it all in one night. Wine, women and song. Oh, hey.
Well, he was a great salesman until it come to the crunch. She couldn't find nothing wrong with the car, so he really shouldn't have budged, but she just worked him over until he gave in. Remember, always try to stand your ground until you think you're just about to lose the deal.
Yeah, I thought you'd have a bit in common with that hard-nosed hustler, Mike.
Thanks a lot, Rich. Well, if you're not interested in a Rolls-Royce, full Fiesta or a Mini, you may be interested in this, our Star Buy of the Week. Each week, we're going to tell you what we think are the hottest cars on the second-hand market.
May I introduce you to the most exciting production road car money can buy, bar none. The Lancia Delta Integrale 16-valve HF. It's a direct development of Lancia's outrageous Formula One or Group B rally car of the mid-80s, and even a standard road car will reach 60 miles an hour in a little over 5 seconds. Early cars can be bought for as little as £5,000, while nearly new examples will cost 6 times that. Such heavy depreciation is great news for the second-hand buyer, especially as the car really hasn't changed that much over the years. So if you haven't got a lot of cash, you can still buy an early one. Now there is a downside. All Integrales are left-hand drive and they are petulantly unreliable. But ask anyone who owns one and they'll say that none of these things matter. Why? Because they're absolutely addictive. And with 4 doors and a hatchback, they're so practical that not even your mother can complain. And that's why it's our Star Buy of the Week.
We'll see you next week with another showroom full of cars. Until then, keep your eyes on the small lads.
And your hands on his cash. That's a cup of tea, mate.
All right. Did you see the way he undersold that Rolls-Royce?
You can undersell it, mate. Car's a shed.
It was a wedding. He could have got loads of money out of it.
Tried at the Old Bailey, the case of Helen Duncan even involved Churchill. Were this woman's paranormal powers a danger to the war effort? Witch Hunt. Secret History, Monday at 9 on 4.
When a TWA plane crashed into the Atlantic Ocean, killing 230 people 2 years ago, it set in motion the most exhaustive and controversial air crash investigation ever. Next on 4, in the first of a new series, Black Box reveals what really happened.